Hello there. Today I want to show you how to replace the starter motor in your VE Commodore. So this is my VE Commodore. It's done a little over 288,000 Ks. It's got the Leo 3.6 V6 in it. Super reliable, and just lately the starter motor has been playing up a little bit. So as a precautionary measure, I've decided to replace the starter motor. First things first, you want to make sure your car's nice and high off the ground, and remember, regardless of how strong your jack may be, always use car stands. Alright, so let's go to the back of the vehicle. You will have to disconnect one of the terminals in your battery. So I've done that now, and I've just got one of the terminals in this cardboard box so it doesn't hit any metallic objects. So now we're underneath the vehicle, and I've located the starter motor. It's just before the transmission and underneath the exhaust manifold. So it's that one right there. And to replace it, we will have to remove this heat shield just there to access it. So there's the starter motor, and you can see that there's a few cables leading up to it, and that is actually the original starter motor. It's the Mitsubishi 12 volt, made in Japan. So there you go. So it's done alright for quite a few Ks. So we will have to remove those cables first, and then we'll get to those bolts. And just be careful, because the starter motor is a bit heavy. So with a little bit of effort, we've pulled out the old starter motor. To get there, we had to use a Torx T20 to remove the heat shield. That gives us access to the motor. Then we take off only the top terminal, bottom one there was no need to, and just undo those bolts, and there you have it. And they're just side by side. We've got the new one. So you can see it's a bit dusty, wear and tear, but apart from that, it's done alright. There's the new one. So these are the bolts here that simply feed through the flange, like such. And there's just the two of them. And what we'll do is we'll add some Loctite thread locker, just in case, so the bolts don't come loose. So the new starter motor has been fitted into position, and I haven't done the bolts up yet, but it just simply slides in there, and away we go. So now I'm just tightening the bolts. Not much longer to go. Make sure it's nice and tight. And likewise with that one. And that Loctite will also help it stay tight. That's it. Now we just have to reattach the cables, and away we go. So now all the bolts are done, cables are done, we'll put the heat shield back on. So now the heat shield is back on, everything's bolted and connected. The final step before you start your car is, of course, reconnect the battery terminal. Alright, let's give it a start. Alright, so let's start the car and see if the starter motor works. There we go. So there you go. That's how you successfully change the starter motor. Thanks for watching.